In a recent tweet, Rudy Gobert responded to Shaquille O'Neal's criticisms, saying that he would be able to lock his $$ up, implying that he has the ability to stop Shaquille O'Neal. From the time Shaq entered the league in 1992 until 2005, he averaged over 20 points a game. That's a solid 13 years where his team could count on him for 20 plus points every night that he laced up his sneakers. And it's worth noting that from 2006 to 2010, when he retired, with the exception of that last year, he still averaged double digits. Shaq played along one of the greatest players to ever touch the rock in Kobe Bean Bryant, rest in peace. And if those two had stayed together, they would have won many more championships. He also played along one of the best shooting guards I've ever witnessed in Dwayne Wade, and they won a championship together. Shaq wasn't just a dominant basketball player. He was an unstoppable force. He was extremely smart and versatile in the paint. He demonstrated excellent decision making, and he was the type of teammate that anyone would be grateful to have. Shaq is a 4-time NBA champion, a 3-time NBA Finals MVP, a regular season MVP, a 15-time NBA All-Star, a 3-time NBA All-Star Game MVP. He has 8 All-NBA First Team awards. He was the NBA's Rookie of the Year, a 2-time NBA scoring champion, and a first ballot Hall of Famer. Shaq is the biggest of the big men, and Rudy Gobert would be so lucky to have a player like Shaquille O'Neal school him on how to dominate in the NBA. This is not a Rudy Gobert diss video, but I'm going to be honest about something I've been saying for years, which is that I just have never understood how you can have a player who is over 7 feet tall, that has been in the league as long as Rudy Gobert, that has never averaged more than 20 points a game in any season. If you watch my videos, you know I try my level best not to be too critical of any player. I'm not leading a hate train or anything like that, but it is clear to me that the rubber has met the road. And it's time for Rudy Gobert to make some decisions about the type of player that he wants to be, the type of player that he wants to be remembered as. With each passing year where the Utah Jazz get eliminated in either the first or the second round, I've never understood how Rudy Gobert has not taken a step back and deduced that if he were to develop an offensive artillery that his team rely on, this would literally be the difference between them progressing from round to round in the postseason. Every great player who's ever played the game understands how important it is to develop and grow and work on your game, especially in the off season, in order to be more of an asset to your team that following season, especially if you do have championship aspirations. But we get the same Rudy Gobert every single season. Rudy Gobert is going to give you 2 to 3 blocks every game. He's going to give you 1 to 2 assists every game, guaranteed. And by the way, that's absolutely nothing to write home about in today's NBA. And again, isn't there a guy named Nikola Jokic who just won MVP who's shorter than Rudy Gobert, who doesn't have the athleticism that Rudy Gobert does, that just finished the season averaging almost 27 points per game, 8 assists per game, and 14 rebounds per game? And am I hearing rumors that Rudy Gobert is saying it's Donovan Mitchell or me? Is that real? Are we kidding or something? It begs the question of whether or not Rudy Gobert is feeling himself for no good reason. There is simply no excuse for a player like Rudy Gobert to have as little offensive reliability and consistency as he does. And yes, I've heard the rumors that the relationship between Gobert and Donovan Mitchell isn't that great, and that Donovan Mitchell doesn't really want to pass him the ball. But you cannot tell me that if the coach of the Utah Jazz, Quinn Snyder, had any inclination to believe that Rudy Gobert could deliver the offensive productivity that a player like Jokic or Embiid does, that he would not be getting more touches. The fact of the matter is that they don't believe that Gobert can produce with the ball in his hands. They don't trust his decision making to get the ball to other players who might be open. They don't believe that his opponents think that he is an offensive threat, so he's probably not going to get the double team that will get shooters open. There is absolutely zero room for comparison between Shaquille O'Neal and Rudy Gobert, except maybe with rebounding and defense. Give credit where credit is due. Rudy Gobert is an excellent defender, rebounder, shot blocker, and rim protector. It's kind of like having a volleyball player playing basketball. So the great Shaquille O'Neal opens up his mouth to offer you some insight and constructive criticism. You should take it as a gift and a challenge and spend the summer working with veteran players like Shaquille O'Neal and the great Hakeem Olajuwon and Dirk Nowitzki to develop a post game that will help your team elevate in the playoffs and make you an offensive threat that other teams have to plan for. Don't get me started on what's wrong with today's generation and let my old lady hang out all the way, because I will do it if I have to. But leave your thoughts in the comments section. Am I wrong or am I right about Rudy Gobert? Do you think that Rudy Gobert would have any chance whatsoever against Shaquille O'Neal in his prime? And what do you think will happen with the Utah Jazz in this postseason? Do you think they just need to blow it up? Because clearly the Donovan Mitchell-Rudy Gobert experiment is a bust. I appreciate you guys for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, comment whether you agree with me or not. Don't forget to share if you care, and I will be back soon with more fire commentary.